Hi, hello, my dear children. A very good evening to all of you. So, warm welcome to Master School Foundation program. So, in 10th class, now we are discussing the chapter functions. So, already we did some mains and advanced model problems related to the one function, onto function, and bijection. So, today we are going to continue those problems. Now, let us start our class. So, functions, this is the chapter name. So, one or more than one correct option type. So, already we did some problems single correct option in advanced model. So, this is the second problem. So, related to one or more than one option correct type in advanced model. So, already we did one problem. Now, by observing this problem, f maps 0 comma infinity to r given by f of x equal to x by x plus 1, where this is the domain and this is the codomain, and the function f of x is defined as f of x equal to x by x plus 1. Then f is one function, option B onto function, option C into function, and option D many one function. So, for the given problem, we may have only one option as correct or more than one options. More than one options means two options may be correct, three options may be correct, or all four options may be correct. So, here the given function is defined from 0 comma infinity to capital R by observing where the domain is all positive real numbers including 0. So, do not consider the negative real numbers in place of x, and codomain is given as capital R. Codomain is given as capital R. So, capital R means set of all real numbers. So, codomain contains all real numbers, means negative numbers, positive numbers and 0. But domain contains only positive real numbers including 0. Domain contains only positive real numbers including 0. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to infinity. Do not consider negative real numbers in the domain. We must consider the positive real numbers including 0. But codomain contains all real numbers. Codomain contains all real numbers. All real numbers means negative real numbers, positive real numbers and 0. Now, the function f of x is given as x by x plus 1. Now, this function f of x is, so that is one function or onto function or into function or many one function. Four options are given. So, first let us check whether the function is one or not. To check whether a function is one function or not, according to the definition, different elements of domain must have different images in the codomain, or we can prove by considering f of x1 equal to f of x2. After simplification, if we get x1 equal to x2, after simplification, if we get x1 equal to x2, then we can say f is a one function. So, here let us consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. So, let us consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. The function f of x according to the problem is given as x by x plus 1. In place of x, in LHS we have f of x1. In RHS we have f of x2. By observing LHS we have f of x1. So, that is why in place of x, by writing x1, what we get? x1 by x1 plus 1 equal to, in RHS sorry, in RHS we have f of x2. In place of x we have x2, f of x, f of x2. So, that is why in RHS in place of x, by writing x2, you will get x2 by x2 plus 1. So, by considering f of x1 equal to f of x2 with respect to the given function, we can write x1 by x1 plus 1 equal to x2 by x2 plus 1 by cross multiplying x1 into x2 plus x1 into 1 x1 equal to x1 into x2 plus x2 into 1 is x2. On both sides we can cancel x1 x2. On both sides we can cancel x1 x2. So, From this we have x1 equal to x2. By considering f of x1 equal to f of x2, we have x1 equal to x2. By considering f of x1 equal to f of x2, so we have x1 equal to x2. So clearly f is a 1 function. So therefore f is 1 function. So that's why option A is correct. So since option A is correct, D is not correct, because D is many one function. A function which is not 1 function is known as many one function. A function which is not 1 function is known as many one function. But with respect to the problem, by considering f of x1 equal to f of x2, we have x1 equal to x2. So clearly the function f of x equal to x by x plus 1 is a 1 function. So since this is a 1 function, then we can say that is not a many one function. So we can take option A and don't consider option D. So we can eliminate option D. Next we have to check whether f of x is onto function or not. So to check whether f of x is onto function or not, here the remaining two options are B onto and C into. If the function is onto, then we can take options A and B are correct options. If the option B is not correct, means if the function is not onto function, then we can say that is an into function. In this case we can take A and C are correct. So for the given problem, options A, B may be correct or A, C may be correct. Option D is eliminated. To check whether a function f of x is onto or not, with respect to the definition, a function f maps A to B is said to be onto every element of codomain must have at least one pre-image in the domain A, or if the range equal to codomain. If the range equal to codomain. So by observing here, in place of x you must take all positive real numbers. For all real values of x, f of x is positive. For all in place of x, you may take any value. You may take any value in the interval 0, infinity. You can take 0 also, because for 0 here we have closed bracket. When closed bracket is there, then we can consider that element. So in place of x, if you take 0, 0 by 0 plus 1 is 0. In place of x, if you take 1, 1 by 1 plus 1, that is 1 by 2. In place of x, if you take 10, 10 by 10 plus 1 is 11. So in place of x, by taking all positive real numbers, we are getting f of x is also lie between 0, infinity. So range of f equal to 0, infinity. But according to the problem, the codomain is Kepler. Kepler means that contains both positive real numbers and negative real numbers. So since range not equal to codomain, then we can say f of x is not onto function. So since f of x is not onto function, then we can say that is into function. So here to check whether f of x is an onto function or not. So for all x belongs to 0, infinity. For all x belongs to 0, infinity. In place of x, by taking any real number in the interval 0, infinity. So for all x belongs to 0, infinity, f of x is, so f of x also belongs to 0, infinity. If you take exactly x equal to 0, 0 by 0 plus 1, that is 0 by 1, 0 only. If you take the values more than 0, then you will get this is positive. We are not getting negative values. So f of x is greater than or equal to 0. For all real values of x in the interval 0, infinity, we are getting the values of f of x as greater than or equal to 0. So therefore range equal to 0, infinity. Range equal to 0, infinity. But according to the problem, the codomain is Kepler. But the codomain equal to, is Kepler. So where the range equal to 0, infinity and codomain is Kepler. So 0, infinity means here in this interval we have only positive real numbers including 0. So codomain is Kepler means in the set Kepler we have negative real numbers and positive real numbers. So clearly we can say range not equal to codomain. So therefore range of f is not equal to codomain. So range not equal to codomain. So since range not equal to codomain, therefore f of x is not onto function. F of x is not onto function. So f of x is not onto function means we can say that is an into function. Therefore f of x is into function. So that's why options A and C are correct for the given problem. So options A and C are correct. Here the problem is given as here one or more than one correct option type. So by solving the given problem, we may have only one option is correct or more than 1, 2, 3, 4 options may be correct. If the problem is given as if f map 0 comma infinity to capital R given by f of x equal to x by x plus 1 is 1 function, onto function, into function, many one function. Here to check whether f of x is a 1 function or not, let us consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. So by using this function and after simplification we have gotten x1 equal to x2. So f of x is a 1 function. Next, since f of x is a 1 function, then we can eliminate option D. If f of x is not a 1 function, then we can say that is a many one function. Next, for all x belongs to 0 comma infinity, to check whether f is an onto function or not, let us find the range. If the range is equal to codomain, then we can say that is onto. Otherwise, we can say that is into function. So range equal to 0 comma infinity. But according to the problem, the codomain is capital R. Range equal to 0 comma infinity, all positive real numbers including 0, and the codomain is set of all real numbers. So since range not equal to codomain, then f of x is not onto function. F of x is not onto function means that is into function. So for the given problem, the options A and C are correct. So take the screenshot of this problem. So to take screenshot for every problem. After completing the class, you can copy all these problems in your notebook. Okay. So while the class is going on, it is difficult for you to copy the problem. So that's why it is better to take the screenshot. After completing the class, you can write all the screenshots which you have taken in a separate notebook. Now let us go to the next problem. Now comprehension passage type. So comprehension type means we know how the questions are. So in previous chapters we did so many problems. One passage will be given. With respect to that passage, we may have 2 questions or 3 questions, whatever the number of questions may be, but the given question must be related to the given passage only. So first we have to read the given passage carefully and we have to understand that. So because the problems are purely related to the given passage only. If you understand the given passage, then we can easily solve the given problems, otherwise we can't do. So here comprehension passage type, here the passage is given as A equal to 1 to 579 and B equal to 3 4. So this is the passage only. Okay. Here 2 sets A and B are given. The set A contains the elements 1 to 579 and the set B contains the elements 3 4. Now the number of surjections from A to B is, here surjection is nothing but onto function. Surjection is nothing but onto function. The number of onto functions from A to B. Already we know the formula for finding the number of onto functions. If the number of elements in A equal to m or n, and if the number of elements in B equal to 2, then the number of surjections defined from A to B is 2 power n minus 2. If the number of elements in A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elements are there, the set B contains only 2 elements 3, 4. If the set A contains n elements and the set B contains only 2 elements, then the number of surjections or onto functions defined from A to B is 2 power n minus 2. 2 power n minus 2. Here the number of elements in A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can take 5 elements. So n of A equal to the number of elements in A equal to 5 and the number of elements in B is 2 only. The number of elements in A is 5. If we suppose that this is some n or m, we know the number of surjections from A to B is 2 power n minus 2. The number of surjections defined from A to B. Surjection is nothing but onto function. Therefore, number of surjections. Therefore, number of surjections, the formula is 2 power n minus 2. To find the number of surjections or onto functions defined from A to B is 2 power n minus 2. In place of n, by writing 2 square minus 2. So actually, sorry, this is n equal to 5. In place of n, we have 5. So that's why here in place of 2, by writing 5, 2 power 5 minus 2. 2 power 5 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 5 times, that is 32. So 32 minus 2, that equal to 30. By observing the options, we have B. So we can define 30 onto functions or surjections from A to B when A set A contains the elements 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 and the set B contains 2 elements 3, 4. So we know the formula. If the number of elements in A equal to m and the number of elements in B equal to 2, then the number of surjections or onto functions defined from A to B is 2 power n minus 2. So 2 power n minus, where n is nothing but 5. So 2 power 5 minus 2, 32 minus 2, that is 30. So option B is correct. So take the screenshot. Let us go to the next problem. So the passage is same for all questions. Here the question is given as number of 1, 1 functions from A to B. Number of 1, 1 functions or injections from A to B. 1, 1 function is also known as injection. So number of 1, 1 functions from A to B. Here to find the number of 1, 1 function from A to B, the number of elements in A must be less than or equal to the number of elements in B. If the number of elements in A is more than the number of elements in B, then we can't define a 1, 1 function from A to B. To define a 1, 1 function or injection from A to B, the number of elements in A must be less than or equal to the number of elements in B. If the number of elements in A is more than the number of elements in B, then we can't define a 1, 1 function from A to B, and in this case we can say the number of 1, 1 functions from A to B is 0. If the number of elements in A is less than or equal to the number of elements in B, then we can use the formula NPM or NPR, where P is nothing but permutation. So already I told you how can we find the value of NPR when n, r are positive integers. So here by observing the number of elements in A is 5 and the number of elements in B is 2 only. The number of elements in A is 5 and the number of elements in B is 2. Since the number of elements in A is greater than number of elements in B, number of elements in A is greater than the number of elements in B, so that's why we can't define a 1, 1 function from A to B. So number of 1, 1 functions is 0, so we can take option D. So since n of A is greater than n of B, then since n of A is greater than n of B, then number of 1, 1 functions equal to number of 1, 1 functions is 0 only. So that's why we can take option D is correct. Option D is correct. If the number of elements in A is less than the number of elements B or equal to the number of elements in B, then we can use the formula NPM. Otherwise we can't define a 1, 1 function from A to B. So that's why For this problem we can say the number of 1 1 functions from a to b is 0. So that is option D. So take the screenshot. So before finding the number of 1 1 functions from a to b, we have to check the number of elements in a and the number of elements in b. N of a may be greater than n of b or equal to n of b or less than n of b. If n of a is greater than n of b, then we can say there is no 1 1 function. So number of 1 1 functions is 0. Next problem. Here third problem with respect to the same passage, number of functions from a to b. So simple. If the number of elements in a is m and the number of elements in b is n, then the number of functions defined from a to b is n power m, where 5 elements are there in a and 2 elements are there in b. So n power m, 2 power 5, that is 32. So we can take option B. So according to the problem, we have n of a equal to 5, let us take that is m, and number of elements in b is given as 2, let us suppose that that is n. So if the number of elements in a is m and the number of elements in b is n, then we can say the number of functions from a to b is n power m. So therefore number of functions, the formula is n power m. So that is 2 power 5. 2 power 5 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So that is 32. So that's why with respect to the options, we have option B. If the number of elements in A is m and the number of elements in B is n, then we can define n power m functions from A to B. Then we can define n power m functions from A to B, where in place of m we have 5 and in place of n we have 2. So the number of functions from A to B is n power m. So that is 2 power 5, 32, option B. So take the screenshot. So this is the comprehension passage type. So with respect to the given passage, we have 3 questions where the passage is given as a equal to 1 2 5 7 9 and b equal to 3 4. So first question is how many onto functions are there from a to b. Second question is how many 1 1 functions are there from a to b. Third question is how many functions can be defined from a to b. Next, matrix matching type. In matrix matching type, we have the questions like this. Okay. So already we did some matrix matching type problems in the previous chapters also. In matrix matching type, we have the questions like this, where we have 2 columns. So this is column 1 and this is column 2. 2 columns are there. This is column 1 and this is column 2. Here column 1 contains 4 questions A, B, C, D, and column 2 contains 4 answers P, Q, R, S. Okay. By solving each and every question in column 1, you will get the answers. So we have to map those answers in column 2. Okay. Here by observing the questions in column 1, here the first question is A. F maps R2 are defined by f of x equal to x square, where domain is set of all real numbers and codomain is also set of all real numbers. Then f of x equal to x square is, options are given injection but not surjection, Q is given as surjection but not injection, R is given as bijection, S is given as neither injection nor surjection. So for every problem we have the same function f of x equal to x square, but the domain and codomains are different. For the first problem we have the domain and codomain both are capital. For question B, we have the domain is R plus, means set of all positive real numbers, and codomain is capital, all real numbers. In question C, domain is given as capital, set of all real numbers, and the codomain is given as 0, infinity, all positive real numbers including 0. Question D is given as f maps R plus to R plus, only positive real numbers excluding 0. Positive real numbers means 0 point something. So with respect to the given domain and codomain, So we have to take the function f of x equal to x square, that is injection, surjection, bijection. So we have the answers in column 2 like that. Okay. So here the first question is given as f maps R2 are defined by f of x equal to x square. Here in column 1 the first question is f of x equal to x square. To check whether a function is one function or not, we may take f of x1 equal to f of x2 and we can prove x1 equal to x2. If we get x1 equal to x2, then we can say f of x is a one function. By taking f of x1 equal to f of x2, if we get x1 not equal to x2, we can say f of x is not a one function. That is one method. Or simply by considering two different elements, if we get the same image, then we can say f of x is not a one function. So for question A, the function f is defined from R to R. The domain is Kepler and the codomain is also Kepler. You may consider any real number. So for example, here in place of x, if you take -1, f of -1 equal to -1 square equal to 1. It is not necessary to take -1 only. You may take +1 or you may take 3, -3, -√2, -√5, +√5, your wish. Okay. Yeah, by taking -1 in place of x, we are getting f of -1 equal to -1 square equal to 1. In place of x, if you take +1, f of 1 equal to 1 square equal to 1. By taking two different elements -1 comma 1, we have the same image 1. So that's why clearly we can say f of x equal to x square is not one function. F of x equal to x square is not one function. So because here by taking different elements -1 comma 1, we have the same image 1. So here therefore f of -1 equal to f of 1 equal to 1. F of -1 equal to f of 1 equal to 1. Two different elements -1 and 1 have the same image 1. So therefore f of x is not one function. F of x is not one function. Next, let us check whether f of x is onto function or not. Let us check whether f of x is onto function or not. To check whether f of x is onto function or not, here we can check whether range equal to codomain or not, or every element of codomain must have at least one pre-image in the domain. Every element of codomain must have at least one pre-image in the domain. Or you may take like this, f of x equal to y. F of x equal to y. So f of x is given as x square. So x square equal to y. So x equal to plus or minus root y, where y is under square root. So y is under square root means the value under square root is defined only for positive real numbers including 0. If y is less than 0, that cannot be defined. So that's why where we are getting range not equal to codomain. Range not equal to codomain. So that's why we can say f of x is not onto function. So we have proved f of x is not one function. Next, to check whether f of x is onto function or not, let us consider, let f of x equal to y. Let f of x equal to y. F of x is given as x square. So therefore y equal to x square. In place of f of x, by writing x square equal to y. So from this we can write x equal to plus or minus square root of y. By taking square root on both sides. By taking square root on both sides, we will get x equal to plus or minus root y. But here root y is defined if y greater than or equal to 0. Root y is defined if y greater than or equal to 0. So in place of y, we must take any positive real number or 0. If we take in place of y a negative real number, we can't define that. So that's why therefore range equal to 0 comma infinity. Range equal 0 comma infinity. But according to the problem, the codomain is Kepler. Here clearly we can say the range is not equal to codomain. the range is not equal to codomain. So therefore, range not equal to codomain. Range not equal to codomain, where range is 0 comma infinity, but according to the problem codomain is capital R. So therefore, f of x is not onto. F of x is not onto. So clearly we can say f of x is neither 1 1 nor onto, neither injection nor surjection. So we can map A to S. So we can map for the question A. So we have the answer yes in column 2. So here f maps R2 are defined by f of x equal to x square. So here we have the answers like this in column 2. So by verifying whether f of x is 1 1 or not and onto or not, so we have gotten f of x is both not 1 1 and onto. So we can say f of x is neither 1 1 nor onto with respect to the given domain and codomain. So take the screenshot. Okay. So here by considering two different elements 1 comma minus 1, after simplification we have the same image 1. That's why we can say f of x is not a 1 1 function. So to check whether f of x is onto or not, let us consider f of x equal to y. So by taking f of x equal to y, here we have x equal to plus or minus root y. So root y is defined if y greater than or equal to 0 only. So range equal to 0 comma infinity. But according to the problem, the codomain is capital R. So range not equal to codomain. So f of x is not onto. So f of x is neither 1 1 nor onto or neither injection nor surjection. Injection is nothing but 1 1 function. Surjection is nothing but onto function. Next take second question. So that is B. S maps R plus 2R. So this is F not S. F maps R plus 2R defined by f of x equal to x square. Here we have, here also we have the same function f of x equal to x square. We have the same function f of x equal to x square, but with respect to the problem, the domain is R plus, means all positive real numbers, all positive real numbers, and the codomain is given as capital R, means all real numbers. R plus means you can consider only positive real numbers, don't consider 0 also, don't consider 0 also, and codomain is capital R, codomain is capital R. You may consider any real number in the codomain. So now here by taking f of x equal to x square, again by considering f of x equal to, so again by considering f of x equal to x square, in place of x by taking different elements you will get different images. In place of x you must consider only positive real numbers, don't consider 0 also, only positive real numbers. For different positive real numbers in place of x you will get different images. So clearly we can say f is 1 1 function, or you may consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. Let us consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. According to the problem, we have the function f of x equal to x square. So f of x1 can be written as x1 square, f of x2 can be written as x2 square. By taking square root on both sides, you will get x1 equal to x2. Actually, you will get plus or minus. X square equal to 4 means x equal to plus or minus 2. But here consider only plus, don't consider minus, because according to the problem, so here we are defining the function on the domain R plus. F of x equal to x square, let us consider f of x1 equal to f of x2 for all x1 comma x2 belongs to R plus. R plus means we have only positive real numbers. So that's why here we are not considering minus. So by considering f of x1 equal to f of x2, we have x1 equal to x2. By considering f of x1 equal to f of x2, we have x1 equal to x2. So clearly f of x is an injection or 1 1 function. injection is nothing but one function. F is an injection. So by observing here we have, so f of x is injection. So by observing here we have injection but not surjection, surjection but not injection, or bijection. So bijection means both. Already the function f of x equal to x square defined from r plus to r is a one function. To check whether f of x is onto function or not, or surjection or not, to check whether the function f of x is onto function or not, here let us consider f of x equal to y. So f of x equal to y means x square equal to y, x square equal to y. So x square equal to y means x equal to plus or minus root y. So f of x equal to y, let us consider x square equal to y. Let us consider x square equal to y. To check whether f of x is onto or not, here we are defining the function f of x on the set of positive real numbers only, positive real numbers only. But if we take the codomain, in place of x we must take positive real numbers only. In place of x we must take positive real numbers only. Okay. But according to the problem B, we have the codomain are all real numbers. Here in the set Kepler we have all real numbers including negative real numbers and 0 and positive real numbers. Here we are taking only positive real numbers. For all positive real numbers in the domain, we must get the positive real numbers only. We must get positive real numbers only. So that's why domain and codomain, sorry, range and codomain are not equal. So here let us consider f of x equal to x square for all x belongs to 0 comma infinity, for all x belongs to 0 comma infinity. So f of x is given as, so f of x equal to x square. Here let us consider f of x equal to some y. Let us consider f of x equal to y. So therefore y equal to x square, y equal to x square. Here in place of x you must take the values in the interval 0 comma infinity only. So for all x belongs to 0 comma infinity, y is also belongs to 0 comma infinity. For all x belongs to 0 comma infinity, y belongs to 0 comma infinity. In place of x we must take the value in the interval 0 comma infinity. By taking any value in place of x, after simplification you will get y belongs to 0 comma infinity. So therefore range equal to 0 comma infinity. But according to the problem the codomain is Kepler. Codomain is Kepler. So since range not equal to codomain, so therefore range not equal to codomain. So therefore f of x is not a surjection. F of x is not a surjection. So injection but not surjection. So we can take, so injection but not surjection. So we can take P. So here we can map B to, so P. So A is mapped to S, B is mapped to P. So B to P. Similarly, if we find on the given domain and codomain for f of x equal to x square, so we can show f maps R to 0 comma infinity f of x equal to x square is, so surjection but not injection. So here R means all real numbers, 0 comma infinity means only positive real numbers. If we take the R plus to R plus defined by f of x equal to x square, so for this function we can say f of x is both one function and onto function. So for option question C, f maps R to 0 comma infinity defined by f of x equal to x square is surjection but not injection. So you can prove that. So R plus to R plus defined by f of x equal to x square is a bijection. So here we can map C to R. So C is mapped to R. So where A is mapped to S and B is mapped to P and C is mapped to Q. C is mapped to Q and D is mapped to R. So already I proved the first two problems. So similarly you can do the question C and question D, you will get like this. So this is the matrix matching type. So dear students, hope you understood the problem, understood the class today. So let us discuss the composite function. So that is the most important definition in next class. So we are going to discuss the composite function in next class. So thank you for subscribing F Master.